Alright, here we go, guys. We're going to our first fishing spot. It's a little stream that feeds into the Fox River. Gonna give you a little excitement here because we gotta get down this steep hill right here. It's gonna be a little slippery. Usually I drag my bike down here if I'm riding and fishing. See, a little slippery right there. Looks like we got some water. This could be some fishing here. Just walk through some cobwebs. It's definitely water. Okay. Make sure that screen is on. So we're going to be fishing along this wall here. I'm using this little minnow jig. This Bobby Garland. It's not my normal go-to for river fishing, but I've been trying it out. It's been doing the job pretty well. But we'll possibly switch over depending on if we get anything in here or not. It's just a nice little quiet stream. Usually some smallies in here. See, this jig doesn't really get as deep as I would like it to go because it's pretty light. There we go. They seem to like it. He was sitting, he came off. There's a rock pile right there. I don't really like the hooks on these for some reason. They don't seem to hook up very well for me. But there's a rock pile here around the corner on this wall that they seem to like hanging out in. That was a small one. Just hit it again, and you just hit it again. That was a really small fish, maybe not even big enough to swallow this thing. Freaking walking through spider webs. They're just hanging down from the bridge here. Let's try to go a little further back so I can run all the way through this rock pile here. See if we can get one of these to hook up. Let's throw it even further back. There is kind of a little slow area back there. Was that a fish? Or was that a snag? This thing doesn't pick up weeds as easily as the feather jigs. Yeah, we got snag in that rock pile and stuff. See if I can pop it out. Yeah. Sometimes it comes out if you just kind of lightly pull it. It'll free itself up. There we got one. See if he'll stay on. Some little guys in here. Little teeny tiny. Little guy. Little babies. They hide out in here because if they go downstream into the river, they're going to have problems with the bigger fish. So they hide up in here until they get bigger. I've gotten even in this riprap here where you can see the bottom. They'll be flying around in here. Yeah, I had one hit it. It pulled the tail off. Probably a small one. This jig is kind of getting beat up here. Should probably put a new tail on there. See if we can get this guy that's hanging out over here. They're smacking it, but they're not, they're just, you can see they're just grabbing the tail. So they must be really small. I'm going to put a fresh tail on here though, because it's getting kind of beat up. A tiny one. Trying to keep it up high so I don't get in that snag over there. A little too high. It's riding right on the surface. Hope we don't get snagged. Trying to get this line fixed. Hope that's not a knot. We got a fish from that bigger one too. That thing was just drifting in there. We got a little bit bigger fish. It's not bad. For here. A nice size for here. There he is. That's about the biggest you'll see. I'd be surprised if there's anything bigger than that in here. Because once they get big enough, they want to get in the bigger, they want to get in the river where the real food is at. And they like being right up against that wall over there. Try to catch whatever comes downstream. They sit on that wall It's a good hiding spot. Let's try up a little higher. Let it go down. See if there's any more. I just saw a fish jump out there where I was at. Let's try this angle. Not seeing any minnows in here, so that's what they're after in here. When that sun comes through, lights it all up. You can pretty much drift this like any other rapids. And just let the water do the work. And just kind of hang it in there. He had a bite there. Yeah, he wanted it. He hit it, and then he tried to hit it again, jumped out of the water, and then he got it on the third try. Little guy in those rapids there. Little kiwi needs to eat more, get bigger, and get in the river so we can catch him out there. I'm going to try throwing this a little further down here, a little sinking here. Something hit it down there. I'm going to try and look from this, up on this little trail here. The water is really shallow. Further back here, if you can get it along the edge there, you can see it's a little darker, so it's a little deeper along the edge there. And there's that big giant rock you can get snagged on. I hit that pile of rocks over there, and as soon as that jig hit the water, that fish ate it. Look at this guy. He's jumping for us. It's one of those little bit bigger ones. He's thin though. He needs to eat. Obviously that's what he's trying to do. Eating this thing. You can probably get these all up and down this stream. There he is. He didn't waste any time. He smacked that thing as soon as I bounced it off the rock on the other side. He was on. So they're hiding all right along the edge there. Let's try back there again. We're going behind that rock. Oh, here we go. Yeah, they're all around this rock. This is a bigger one too. This might be the biggest one. He's really pulling. I can't really land him here though. I'm gonna have to bring him this way. Try to get him to the shore. I hope that hook. I hope he stays hooked because, like I said, I don't like these hooks. This could be the spawner here. That's what they come up here to do. Oh, that's a nice one. That's a nice one. There we go. Oh, that's a nice one. Look at this guy. When you see a nice one like this, and within those little guys, that's pretty rare. This has got to be the mother fish. This is a nice one here. High, tall fish. It's got a lot of weight to it, a couple of pounds. It's a little past my Berkley on the rod here, but I can't really tell. It could be like a 15, maybe. I have a feeling that's maybe the spawned out female. I'm really surprised that fish was in here. Hiding in along those rocks there. The jig's still up there. Got some stuff on it. So I guess we'll stay here for a bit. Fish that edge there along that wall. The little guys are further up, but the big one was further back here in the dark, back here in the shadows. I hit the branches there. Yeah, I couldn't pop it out of there clean. I was hoping I could pop that out and then let it fall in the water. See this tail's pretty much already destroyed just from that one fish. Let's see if we can get on that edge over there. Had a little one hit it. Tried going around this big rock here. Something just hit it. Yeah, it's on. The little guy's on. Barely even felt it. This guy wants to go. Trying to push the button here in the camera. He's so small, I just had him in my hand. Just didn't want my hand to hit. Really surprised we got that nice bass in here. Let's try running along this wall here. I really don't want to get caught in the rock though. Big boulder in there. with his tail's already just kind of hanging. Got all tore up. Getting all caught up in lines and twigs. Got another little guy. I don't know if these are from this. I don't know if these are this year's fish, and they've gotten this big already. His tail is pretty shot. This is a handheld fish. Went behind that rock there. I'm guessing that big one was probably hiding by that rock or underneath that rock or something. I know if a little further back here there's another, it's, you can see the bottom though, right in front of those rocks and stuff. There's just a little bit of depth there, and this jig is just kind of swirling around. It's not really swimming right. I think we're going to put our other jig on there, our feather jig. Maybe take a couple more shots in here, because the next spot I'm going to fish, I'm going to need that feather jig because it's a little heavier. So we're going to switch this out. Okay, so we switched out our jig here. We're going with a little bigger feather jig here. I'm just going to try back in here by this big boulder just to see if anything else. Get some size maybe. Because this jig won't stay down lower. And you get a nice kind of twirl from that tail, from that feather tail. This one's staying down low enough to where I can't even see it. But I think that big oh my God, I think that was the catch over here. Just gonna run this through here a couple more times to my normal spots that I hit over here. I kind of think that was a spawned out female that I got though. It was thin. It was a thin fish. Should have been much fatter for that size. Go behind this big rock here. They either don't like this jig at all, or we got them all. Smaller ones might knock over this jig. Alright, we're gonna head out here. I might stop at one spot along the stream to check out. Though the water is pretty shallow, there was a little depth here that we could work with, so we did pretty well back here.